Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I am doing a look on the gorgeous Hannah Bagley. Seriously, she is a makeup artist's dream to work on. And the look that we did is a makeup look that just makes you or your client or whoever this look is on a better version of themselves. It's not overpowering, it's not too much or too intense. It definitely is still glam, but in such a tasteful, subtle, beautiful, feature accentuating type of way. So you saw me start with skin prep with moisturizer, and now I'm prepping the eyelids for eyeshadow just with the Dose of Colors concealer and some loose translucent setting powder. By the way, I used the Snail Mucin by COSRX and the Revolution Pro Miracle Cream, my favorite moisturizer at the moment, to prep her skin. Then I'm using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. I'm starting out with some lighter brown shadows. I mix so many shadows from the palette. I use tons of different ones. So yeah, I just dip into a bunch of the lighter browns and start with those, and then I work up in layers toward the more mid-tone browns for this look. And as you can see, I'm focusing that on the outer corner of the eye and then blending it upwards, then starting to work it through the crease and even diffusing it out towards the temple. And I still love, love, love this blending brush. It's the Delium Tools 785 blending brush. I was recently informed that the B in what I was calling Bedellium is silent, so the Delium Tools brush, this one just seriously does the work for you when it comes to blending. I love it so much. And yeah, you can see that I'm doing back and forth motions, circular motions, just taking my time to work up in layers and get everything really nice and blended, because we love a blended eyeshadow look. I love the Benefit Cookie highlighter as a shimmer on the eyelid. It really is a nice, intense, bright eye light catching shimmer. This product really is so nice because when it comes to highlighters and shimmers, I'm very picky on areas of the face, because you have like the shimmer on the lid right here. You have the inner corner highlight, the brow bone highlight, the nose highlight, the cheek highlight. And I'm very picky on all of those. And this is maybe the only highlighter I've found that I love for all of those different things. So I get a ton of use out of that one. Then I'm just going back in with a little bit of those mattes to go back in the crease, make sure that everything is just really, really seamless. And then I'm adding a little bit of a deeper toned brown just on the outer corner. Then I'm taking a black eyeshadow from that Master Mattes palette on an angled brush and just stamping it along her lash line, just a tiny thin little line, and that's all we're doing for eyeliner. Then I'm cleaning up any fallout with the Simple Micellar cleansing water on a cotton round, then going in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation, the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, and the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I mixed all three of these together to make our own custom beautiful glowy foundation for today. We wanted glowy, we wanted dewy, and so we mixed these together and it turned into a beautiful concoction. You, I'm sure, know this if you've watched any of my other videos, but I really love mixing foundations because I just feel like you get the best of both worlds, or all three worlds in this case where I mixed three. Because you just really get all the benefits from all those different foundations you're mixing, and it just makes this beautiful custom blend. It's also nice for like getting a spot on color match for the client, because certain brands, certain lines of foundation, for instance, the Huda Faux Filter, the most cool toned most cool toned foundations that they have are really not that cool toned. And so mixing it with like other browns that have more of that cool tone if I need it. Hopefully I'm making sense what I'm trying to explain. Basically, I just love mixing foundations is the moral of the story. I'm going over all of that with a dampened beauty blender to make sure everything is seamless and to really work the foundation into the skin. Then I'm using the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. I really like this concealer. It has become one of my holy grails. The coverage on it is insane. It is truly one of the most crease resistant concealers that I've tried, and it just wears beautifully. So I'm a big fan of this one. I'm just highlighting the areas of the face that I want to bring forward and bring light to. And then I like to go ahead and let the concealer sit there and just kind of hang out on the face for a little while I do the contour. And I mix the LA Girl Beautiful Bronze Pro Concealer with her foundation shade that we made, and it makes the perfect cream contour. That's what I do on essentially everyone. And I used that same foundation brush that we used for her foundation. That's what I mixed it all up with, and that's what I'm applying it with, and it just blends like a dream. But yeah, as I was saying, I've lately been really loving letting the concealer really sit on the face, and it just, something about when you let it kind of sit there and like warm up on the skin and kind of dry a little bit, when you blend it out, you just get so much more coverage out of it. I also used some of that cream contour to make her collarbones pop. Now we're going in and contouring the nose. Cream contouring the nose has to be one of my favorite and the most satisfying parts of the makeup process, in my opinion. Who agrees with me on that? It is like therapy. Well, all of makeup is therapy, and then there's nose contour therapy. I also did a little bit under her lip. She already has very full, lovely lips, so I didn't do a whole lot of lip contouring. And now I'm going in and blending out that concealer. And something I've been doing is actually blending out much more lightly, especially under the eyes. And you just get so much more coverage, and it just is that much more seamless. And yeah, there's just something about that. I actually learned it from Kristen Dominique to let this foundation or the concealer sit for a while and then softly pat to blend it out. You'll have to try it, and then you'll know what I'm trying to explain about the amazing result you get doing it that way. And I'm going to continue just letting the highlight, the concealer on her nose sit even a little bit longer. I just needed a little bit more coverage in this one area, so I took a concealer that was not as light as the one that we just used, and I'm letting that sit for a little while I blend out the nose contour a little bit, and then I go in and I'm blending that out. And then I love to do this like rolling motion that you see me doing right there, from outward going in, and that just is the perfect way to blend out the nose contour. And then I'm using my finger to blend out the highlight, the concealer on her nose. And I went and added just a little bit more concealer to the tip of her nose, just to give a little bit more of that button nose type of effect. I made sure that there were no creases, got everything really, really smooth right before adding powder. And I'm using the RCMA No Color powder. I first went ahead and did under the eyes. That's where I always set first because it's the first area that wants to crease. So I do under the eyes and then go ahead and do the whole entire rest of her face. And I do set everything. I set over where we cream contoured and everything. So everything is mattified before moving on to the next steps. I also sometimes make my clients puff up their cheeks like that, like you just saw me have her do, so that I can really set their smile lines with the powder. Just kind of a funny thing, but it is really helpful. Then I moved on to brows. I just always use a cool toned brown matte eyeshadow with an angled brush. That is my method for brows. And then I was feeling like the eyeshadow was a little bit too high. And so I just took some of that, like the peach shade and the cream shade in the palette. They're both matte still. And I just went over with a clean blending brush to kind of soften the top of the eyeshadow. Then I went ahead and applied lashes. They're the Ardell Naked Style 420. They are a very natural, wispy, beautiful pair of lashes. And she actually had extensions that she was needing a fill for. So this was practically like just giving the effect of a fill. For under the eyes, I did a light brown shimmer shadow, which was so pretty. I need to do shimmers under the eyes more. And then I did the Morphe setting spray and the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. Again, we wanted glowy, so I did all the different areas. Then I used the Benefit Cookie highlighter again in the inner corners, as well as on the nose, made the little exclamation point out of highlighter for that button nose effect. And then I used the She Glam liquid blush in Love Cake. This is such a pretty kind of baby doll pink blush. It's so pretty, but then I wanted to warm things up and make it a little more peachy, a little warmer, not so cool toned. I also did some on the nose and the forehead a little bit. So then I went in with the, actually I'm getting ahead of myself. First we did lips. I kind of mixed a couple lip liners to get what I wanted. I couldn't figure out what I want. So basically, if you're recreating this look, do like a mid-tone nudie brown lip liner. Something like Morphe Sweet Tea. And then the Angelina Nicole Ledgy Liquid Lip and the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline is what we did for lips. So yeah, I went into the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bougie Rouge Warm Tone palette and added kind of an orangey coral blush over top. And we went from naturally beautiful to a little bit glam, but just so polished and so pretty. I'm obsessed with this look. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.